Hi Aries, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading, looking at next month, the upcoming month for everybody. So today, I will also be doing a few cards in regard to health and healing, as well as love, of course. Okay, but I do just want to let everybody know, if you could leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for that free personal reading. We'll be drawing that when we hit 100 subscribers, so make sure you subscribe as well. But I do really appreciate every single like and subscribe. Of course, thank you so much. We are just a very small channel, so it really does mean a lot to me and helps grow the channel as well. Okay, but today we're going to be using the 7th Seal Lenormand deck here. I do also have the Healing Light Lenormand for when we do get into that health and healing section. The Island Time Wellness for some love questions there. But we're sort of starting the readings today with the Shapeshifters Oracle deck. Okay, so get straight on into it for us today, Aries, and we'll see what's coming up for you in June. June for Aries, please. June for Aries. Okay, so we are firstly seeing the delicate fairy and her ferret. Okay, gorgeous little girl there on the image, isn't it? There we go, and their beautiful little fairy wings. The ferret has fairy wings too, super cute. Okay, that does say change is natural, good, and yes, it can hurt. Okay, so we may be sort of dealing with some transformations happening in our world at the moment, Aries, and unfortunately, sometimes these things, when they do change, it does cause us a little bit of pain. Sometimes the best transformations are the ones that are sort of severe transformations, and sometimes that means letting go of some things that are a little bit hurtful to deal with at the time. But it's all in that process of evolution of yourself. Okay, so we are seeing that one coming through. I feel like we're probably going to be seeing a lot of changes happening this month for you there. But we also do have the Mermaid of Immersion. Okay, so she says complete commitment. Okay, so when we do see these changes coming through, if there is changes coming through that you are wanting to change something in your life, it's talking about providing yourself with that complete commitment to that change and making that change, and following through with those changes when we do sort of come across them. Okay, so and complete commitment, it could also be talking about relationship stuff there as well, but we'll see what's coming out for you this week. So Aries for the month of June, please. Now, I've probably mentioned in some of my previous videos, but I do have an Aries moon, so I do look forward to these Aries readings to sort of see what's happening for the energy there. Aries in the month of June. Okay. Before I move on and draw more cards, I just want to grab a clarifier for that second card, please. Please clarify that second card. All right, and Aries for the month of June, please. Quite interesting energy we have for you this next month, Aries. We are starting that layout there with the house energy. Okay, so issues around stability and security. Your sense of home may be at the forefront this month. Maybe that's where we are going to be seeing some of these changes just within your own self and your sense of what makes you feel stable in this world, and that security that we have, when we approach life every single day. But I do feel as though it may be talking about, more of a physical home aspect there as well. So that sense of family, that sense of home, home is where the heart is. I'm kind of getting there. But, it's definitely looking like there's something about that that's going to be quite important for you this month. We are following that next with the snake energy. Okay, and now I did have that clarified by the child there as well. So with the child clarifying that, it's kind of letting me know that we need to look at something in a different way, and that snake energy is sort of coming out within ourselves, within our own perceptions of things. Okay, so sometimes with the snake it can talk about deception. Okay, so I do feel as though you are deceiving yourself a little bit on something, on what makes you feel secure. You may be thinking that something makes you feel more secure in this world, makes you feel more stable, when really it's a little bit of that that childish deception, just um, trying to trying to trying to just take the easy way out, I suppose, is kind of one way to look at it there. But it is sort of talking about some sort of immature deception. But I feel as though that's just heading in ourselves. All right, with that snake energy there, it's tempting to follow the path of least resistance. It's tempting to you know do what everyone else is telling, because with the snake energy, we do get that vibe of, it is sort of got quite a lot of imagery with that, the snake in the Garden of Eden convincing Eve to eat the apple. So there is that sort of temptation there to take the easy path and do what we're sort of what other people are sort of telling us is the right thing to do, but really needing to actually stop and look at, hang on, maybe that is actually deceptive and not my true desires. Okay, and really sort of needing to with the child card, look at it in a more innocent manner and a more childlike manner, with its sense of wonderment and amazement at how new things can actually begin in your life. So I feel as though there just is a little bit of deception with when it comes to how you're looking at things, keeping you stable within your little world there. Especially with the house there, it's there's definitely some sort of deception going on there with the way that we're being a little bit immature about the way we're thinking things through. We're not actually thinking things through using both our head and our heart. Okay, so I feel as though that deception is that you're kind of relying on one over the other. You're not actually taking them into account, and trying to have that innocence. Rather than looking at things immaturely. Okay, so that's going to mean something slightly different for everybody. So if that doesn't resonate for you, you don't take it. But for a lot of you there, I do feel that it's just giving you that sometimes these changes can be a bit hurtful to you, like we saw with that oracle card. Sometimes to make these changes, it is a bit of a a harder choice to make, to deal with change sometimes. But sometimes we really do need to make those changes for our own personal growth and our own personal evolution and things like that. But we are sort of seeing that's sort of being followed up by the clover. Okay, so we do have a period of short-term good fortune coming around these issues. Okay, so able to sort of go out on a bit of a limb and take a bit of a risk, when it comes to looking at how we may be deceiving ourselves, and taking that risk to consider the other options. Like I said, with both your your logical brain, but also your emotional self, in partnership, rather than just coming out of one or the other. But taking that risk towards the things that you do truly wish for. Okay, so when with all this, it's going to be talking about you may be deceiving yourself that you do wish for something, or you don't wish for something, that there's something that you desire that you're deceiving yourself a little bit about. Okay. It's got to do quite a lot with your sense of inner stability as well. So it definitely could be like that relationship type of vibe too, where you are deceiving yourself that this relationship is totally safe and secure, but it's not actually what you're truly wishing for. Whereas now we're seeing that you are sort of actually able to take that risk towards your true desires and your true wishes. Okay, so firstly, we need to sort of get to the nitty gritty and work out exactly what they are, and don't allow ourselves to deceive ourselves about what they actually are. All right, because we do have this wish fulfillment coming through for you there. That wish upon a star. If you wish it, you can. If you can dream it, you can have it. Okay, so definitely some options coming through for you, and able to take a bit of a risk towards your truest sort of wishes, because they are going to be fulfilled this month. It does, you do have that luck surrounding those wishes. So you may actually be able to start to really manifest some of those things that you do truly wish for. All right. Now, in the next layer here, we do have the birds card coming through. So the birds card, it's really talking about I do feel as though we are looking at change, coming out of once you sort of realize what it is that you're truly wishing for, and starting to try to manifest those things in for yourself. This is actually feeling like that sense of excitement for those true desires. All right. And then that's followed up with the crossroad card there. Okay. So it really does feel like you're starting to actually get excited about these changes, and getting excited about the new choices on the table for you, the getting excited to make these choices and decisions in your life, and actually choose to walk towards the things that you do truly want, rather than, denying to yourself that, oh, I don't really want that, but, deep down, you probably do. So actually being able to start to make some choices to move in the right direction. Okay, the crossroad really does talk about walking the right path, walking the path, choosing the right path for yourself, and then sort of taking those first steps to follow that path. All right, and we are seeing that that's quite blessed for you at the moment. We have that followed up with the cross energy. Okay, so the cross energy really does sort of talk a lot about that spiritual element, that religious element, that trust in your faith, having faith in making these decisions and choosing to walk this brand new path, in your life. Okay, so with those two together, they both have that similar kind of vibe of you're going to be following the right path for your destiny. All right, you're definitely going to be headed into your destiny, one way or another. Okay, so no matter what sort of choices you make, no matter which path you choose to walk, you can be kind of just trust in the universe, trust in God, whatever you believe in there. Have faith that that's the right path for you, because it really is quite blessed and destined, with this thing there. And then we're seeing that just coming on through with that ship energy as well. Okay, so that ship energy really just does talk about starting that new journey, and taking those first steps on that new path, and really starting that journey, traveling towards the things that you do truly desire. All right, so with that star card on the table, like we're looking at it, quite a lot of fulfillment with the things that you do truly desire, actually able to start coming into reality for you, Aries. And that ship card sort of is a supportive energy to that. It does sort of talk about all your ships are coming in. The ship is loaded up with cargo, headed straight your way. All right, and for some of you, this may actually involve physical travel as well. So you may need to travel. You might have some, if that's part of your true desires, you may actually be having travel coming up in the near future. But I really feel as though that's just talking about starting that new journey, and dealing with this change at the start of the month, but then by the end of the month, really, really starting that journey, and sort of that new adventure into the things that you do truly desire. All right, so I am just seeing at the start of the month needing to sort of work out exactly how you're deceiving yourself when it comes to these changes that you are actually wanting. With that the clover and the star coming out, it's something. It's feeling like it's something deep down that you do truly want, but you're kind of trying to deny it at this point. All right, and so the start of the month there, I would sort of advise to really get to the root of that for yourself and work out exactly, where you want to go from here, because we're really seeing that you are able to start that journey at the moment, Aries. So that's super fantastic for you guys. But we'll ask for a few cards here for health and healing for our Aries. Aries Collective for June. Health and healing, please. Health and healing. I'm just hearing that someone saying, I hope she says I get better. Okay, so I hear you. Okay, and we hope. Okay, we'll see what comes out. Okay, so I feel like there's someone out there within the collective that has been a bit sick or has had some health issues lately. So I hope nothing too serious, guys. All right, so health and healing for our Aries. Health and healing for our Aries. Okay, well, while I was shuffling, I did see the mouse card. So I definitely feel that there is a couple of Aries out there who have been had something sort of just eating away at them a little bit when it comes to health issues or healing issues. Something probably that has been going on for a little while there. There may have been some hospital visits with that Tower card as well. Sometimes that can talk about physical buildings, all right? So there may have been some hospital visits for someone out there, in the last few months. But what we're kind of seeing here is, I do feel as though too that for some of you, that's going to actually talk about actually looking at the foundations of your health at the moment. Okay, so do you need to look into eating better, or cutting out certain things and things like that. Okay, so for some of you, really looking at the foundation of our health at the moment, and how can we improve that as well. All right, a bit of solitude as well. I feel like there may be the need to make sure we're taking time to ourselves to rest as well with that. But we do see the book energy coming through, as well as the sun energy. Okay, so both of those can actually talk about something being revealed, something coming into the light when it comes to your health. All right, so the book sometimes does talk about unknown things that aren't quite known. For those of you who have had some niggling health issues, something's going to come to light very, very soon in regard to that, and you'll kind of get some answers, I feel. But with the sun is overall happiness and warmth as well. Okay, so I'm not feeling anything hugely wrong or anything like that. It's going to come to light for you in the near future. So I dare say, if you do need to, go to the doctors and get some answers, that now, like this month, is probably going to get those answers for you. So really sort of investigate that, research those things a little bit more, and research a good doctor and those sorts of things as well. All right, but for the rest of you there, we are just actually seeing a new chapter, new journey. The story's not yet written, so with the sun there, it's kind of feeling pretty clear and happy. No really big issues. So for people of you with the existing niggling issues, definitely feel like you're going to be getting some answers this sort of time of this month. But for everybody else, I do feel as though it's sort of like an open book, and nothing to report, so to speak. We do have the happiness element with that sun as well. All right, and like I said, I just want to reiterate, I am feeling that need for self self-care quite strongly, that need to, you know, look at the foundation of your health, maybe research how we can be a bit healthier, you know, spend some time in the sun, make sure you're getting that vitamin D, spend some time in the sunlight, but also some time to yourself, just being restful as well. I am feeling that quite strongly for you, Aries. So you may need to, yeah, spend a bit more time outside, just chilling and resting. Okay. I'm a big fan of meditation, so maybe go relax in the sun, a nice sunny day, have a meditation or something like that. All right. So we'll grab a few cards for you in regard to love, Aries. So Aries and love for June, please. What's happening for Aries with love in June, please? Okay, and I'll just grab you some oracle as well. Aries, love for June, please. Love for Aries in June. Okay, so firstly, I have got the clock has come out. Okay, so that does say needs time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal and progress. All right, so I feel as though that's part of what the changes we're going through in June are all about. So needing to sort of work out exactly what it is we want and take that time to ourselves in the sun to heal a little bit more, and then we will be starting to see some progression. All right, so I just wanted to sort of show you that one first. But then we do have here, I have the garden, which is followed by the heart and the flowers. Okay, so that's a pretty quick, simple little message there, Aries. So like I was feeling drawn to tell you, get out in the sunshine and you know, go and just chill and relax. The garden really is all that sort of energy too, just getting out there, being restful, social, positive. You know, so it can talk about social media as well. So you may actually be you know, sending some love messages on social media as well. But you know, really it is just talking about getting out there and you know, meeting up with people, that kind of a thing as well. It is quite a social card, so you may be finding love within you know, within friends at this time, that kind of a thing as well. But I am kind of getting that it's something to do with social media for a lot of you. All right, so you may be definitely sending some love messages on social media in some way there, because with the flowers, that is a really sort of giving energy as well. So it's sort of talking about, you know, giving that love as if you want to receive it. Okay, so I am feeling strongly that that's talking about you giving you know, that loving energy out into the world, and then you'll be able to receive it in return as well. So but it could also be talking about, you know, physical gifts, that reward and pleasure for all the time that we have sort of taken to heal and go through this cycles, you know. But I am feeling that for some of you in particular, this is talking about meeting somebody, you know, and giving to that love connection. And it's kind of feeling like I am still getting that social media kind of vibe coming through there. And then we are seeing date coming through. So that does say meeting someone, dating, getting back out there, planning or setting a date. So the date card and that garden card, definitely meeting up with somebody this month, whether it's somebody new or old. That's you know, yet to be determined, I suppose. But we definitely could be planning or setting some sort of a date, planning to meet up with somebody. And I keep wanting to say in real life. So you know, you may be talking to somebody on social media and wanting to actually meet up with them in real life. And then we do have the coffee cup coming through there as well. So meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. So once again, just reiterating that garden card that, you know, it may be a great time to be conversing with friends, and but just meeting up with somebody just sounds like the plan for you this month. But keeping in mind, you know, that we may still just need a little bit of time to heal and make sure we're fully healed before we are starting to really give to that love energy this month. All right. But that's what I've got for you today, Aries. So I hope that helped. And, you know, like I said, if you can leave a comment, you'll go in the draw for that reading. But everyone, leave a like and subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.